Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, whiskey aficionados all over the planet Earth. This is the Mad Mix Whiskey Review number 127, the Linkwood 15, independent bottling by Gordon Macphail. I'm going to be posting up a video of the Musty Dusty. I got this from the Musty Dusty, and you can tell because we have yet another broken cork. Luckily for me, this one came out and didn't send any shards into the bottle. But I've always been interested in Linkwood. I've never seen any bottles that are labeled as Linkwood that aren't independent bottlers. And if you remember from the Johnny Walker 15, the blended malt, the Johnny Walker 15 in the green box is a blended malt, not just a blended scotch, a blended malt. And one of the distilleries in it was Linkwood. And I had never heard of Linkwood before. I think I ended up watching a video on it on whiskey.com on YouTube. But I've never seen Linkwood as a single malt or a blend of its own. I think they're just probably a distillery that sells to blenders. And this was one of them. Gordon Macphail is a very famous blending house or blending company. This is not a blend. Or they're an independent bottler, I should say. They're not a blender. So this is obviously an independent bottling of Linkwood 15. I believe this was about 72 bucks, if I remember correctly. It'll be in that video of the Musty Dusty. In fact, in that video showing all the bottles in the Musty Dusty, I had said I was probably going to pick this up. I ended up picking it up. So with that being said, you can see it's got a decent color to it. It's a 15-year-old whiskey. I put it in this beer glass because all I have is the little tiny Glencairn, and that thing sucks for getting any kind of nose on. So with that being said, let's get the Irishman's big snout right up in it. Oh yeah, nice malty aroma. Nice. Ooh, some interesting like vanilla-ish type. Yeah, that smells beautiful. I'm not getting a great nosing out of this big ass glass, but yeah, I'm getting fruits in the background now. Almost like an orangey-ish type of smell. Yeah, very, very good citrusy type notes to it. Very good malt smell. This smells excellent. It should for a 15-year-old single malt. So with that being said, let's get a taste. Yeah, excellent. That tastes good. It's pretty much a straight single malt. I'm not getting a whole lot of sherry influence, so I'm believing that this is just a straight, a single malt, probably aged in bourbon cask. It doesn't have a ton of spice at the back end. It's got a good malt. It's got a interesting kind of like vanilla-ish character. I'm not getting a whole lot of fruit notes on it. Let me get one more sip. On the nose, I was getting hints of like citrus, maybe even orange. But on the palate, there's not a whole lot of fruit hitting me, but it's smooth. And it tastes like you want a single malt to taste. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, very, very good malty smell. Yeah, it's just pretty much a straight up single malt. Kind of reminds me of something like a Glenfiddich, like without the finishing, like a Glenfiddich, Glenlivet type of, this is a Speyside. So think of a good Speyside that's just a straight single malt, and this would be it. And you get you're not going to find too many 15-year-olds for 72 bucks. And even if they are independently bottled, I paid this much for, less age statement independent bottled, like that Craig Alecky 10, the Bunnahabhain 10 that was independent bottled by Old Particular. It's good. It's a nice single malt. I'm glad I got it because my interest was piqued when I noticed that the Linkwood was in that Johnny Walker 15. Now the Johnny Walker 15 is smoky, and that's from the Kalila that's in it. And I believe there was another Isla whiskey that they use in that too, but it's not ringing a bell to me. But I recently did a video on the Kalila 12. It's a very, very good smoky whiskey. This is another component of that Johnnie Walker 15. So, you know what I mean? When you get a Linkwood 15, this is probably exactly the type of Scotch that's going into that Johnnie Walker blend. Obviously, I've never had a Kalila 15, but everything in that Johnnie Walker 15 is a 15-year-old single malt from those particular distilleries. I can't remember if Talisker was the other one. I can't remember, but there was another smoky whiskey in there. And so, with that being said, the Mad Mix Whiskey Review number 127, Linkwood 15-year-old single malt Scotch, coming in at 43. It says it on here, 43, so you're not getting a grade age statement. Independent bottle by Gordon Macphail. It's a single malt, though, obviously. I give it like an 8.5. You know, it's good. It's not blowing me away, but it's not bad. It's not as pricey as a lot of 15-year-olds, but still, when you pay $72 for a bottle, that's a pricey bottle. It is what it is. So, with that being said, I enjoyed it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this bottle. I'm going to have to go find another cork for it. Unfortunately, I'm over at Kathleen. She doesn't have any Scotch corks laying around the house, oddly enough. So I'm going to have to get a new cork for it. I'll be able to stick the little nub in it for now. It's got enough to at least not totally aerate it. So with that being said, look out for the Musty Dusty video. I'll be throwing it up probably alongside this one at some point. And always love and respect yourself. Always love and respect your family and friends and even strangers if you feel like they deserve it. And I will see you on the next one. Why? Because there's always a next one. Take care, people. Have a good evening.